Hey guys, it's Abby and I'm going to be doing the end of the year book tag. So it's a little bit before the end of the year, but not too much. I saw this on Ariel's channel when I finally caught up on everything booktube related. She actually posted her version of this quite a while ago, but like I said, I was gone for a while. So I have the questions here on my phone and let's get into it. So question number 1 is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes. So I have Fountains of Silence by Brit. I'm like 12% of the way through, but I recently started this one. And I'm also in the middle of reading The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Oh, should say what this is about. This is a historical fiction set in the 1930s, I think, in Spain just after the Spanish Civil War, and it's following a few different characters. Like I said, I'm not far through, but one of them is a girl not from Madrid, but she's Spanish. This is all I know so far. One of them is an American guy whose mother is Spanish and father is not. He's either American or another European country. I assume British, but I probably shouldn't assume. It hasn't said yet. And then there's a few other characters that we haven't delved into yet. And so far the writing's gorgeous, but that's all I know. Then I'm reading The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is dragons, religion, fantasy, loving it. Not very far through, I'm like 100 pages through, 120, loving it. Then one that I didn't start this year, but I felt like I should include it. War and Peace. Started it 3 years ago? 3 years ago. Shit. Yep, I started it before I was dating my partner, and me and him have been together for 3 years. Great. So yeah, I've not really read much of this in the past 2 years. Been a bit busy. My excuse is that I was in my final year of my undergraduate degree and then I did a master's. I can't keep using that excuse, can I? It's big. The writing is tiny. I ain't gonna finish it by the end of the year, but it's a book that I have yet to finish. Then another one that I started in 2018, I think, but at the very end of 2018, is Fall of Giants by Ken Follett. Oh, I didn't say what War and Peace was about. It's about Napoleon's attempted invasion of Russia, and it's like in the Russian courts. Fall of Giants, it's in the Century Trilogy and it takes place kind of around the First World War, following a large number of families in various parts of Britain in this time. There's 2 bookmarks, I'm at the first one, I'm 140 odd pages into this one. It is really interesting, but just daunting, and I ended up putting it down because my thesis work and my other, like, uni work meant that I couldn't properly get through this, and it was making me feel bad because it's so big, so I just put it down. Also, I didn't do this to this dust jacket. I got it secondhand before you thought I mutilated the book. And then finally, this was in 2018 again, but again, stopped because working. But this one, slightly less of an excuse. Earth, Portrait of a Planet. This is a textbook. It's a good kind of starter geology textbook for geology students, and I didn't study any geology before doing my master's, which wasn't necessarily a mistake, but it made it difficult, and they didn't tell us that we should have. So we've changed that now, so they now have changed it for the next lot coming in this year, which is good. But so I want to like read through this page by page just to kind of get my knowledge up to where it is for some of the other students on the course, even though we're done now. And I am a lot closer to where everyone else was now, but there are a few little bits that they would have learnt at undergrad that I just haven't learnt, and so I want to at some point go through this big chunker and get up to speed. Question 2. Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I guess that would kind of be destacking, restacking. Fountains of Silence and Priory of the Orange Tree. This is a historical fiction, this is a fantasy. Both of them tend to be quite autumnal, wintry reads for people, but not particularly. I don't tend to read contemporaries in the summer and dark histories in the winter. I just read whatever, to be perfectly honest. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Do you mean still waiting to read or still waiting to come out? Because in terms of coming out, God knows. Because I didn't go that far ahead when I was planning at the beginning of the year and I've been out of the community. Probably not. But there are ones that have come out that I'm really excited to read. The first two coming to mind are The Secret Commonwealth, the Book of Dust book by Philip Pullman, and The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. I own them both in hardback, have not read them. There we go. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Fountains of Silence, The Priory of the Orange Tree, it's staying like that. What else do I want to read? I don't know. I know. I've got, you probably can't see them, but I've got the Roman Mysteries books. I don't have them all, but I'm trying to collect them all in the cover type that I have. And I'm pretty sure I have one that I own that I haven't read. I need to buy like another 10 of them, but I have one that I own and have not read. I'd like to read that before the end of the year. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Fountains of Silence, Priory of the Orange Tree are 2 high contenders because they both sound amazing. I'm not sure what else I'm going to end up reading, so I'm sticking with those 2. This is a very samey tag. Have I already started making reading plans for 2020? Nothing... Sorry, I'm in the flight path, so I see a lot of planes, but this one's a military plane and they don't normally fly in that specific flight path. What are you doing? I don't want to film it because, like, military plane. It's also flying very slowly. Sorry. Easily distracted. Reading plans, 2020. Nothing concrete. I know I want to read. I know I want to read more than I did this year. I know I want to really get into doing bookish videos and maybe some bookish challenges, so that'll change up my reading. I really want to get through my physical TBR. Really want to get through my physical TBR. And I want to keep on top of any NetGalley books that I end up getting. And I want to request 2 books from publishers. So this year I sent 1 email requesting Other Words for Smoke and The Devouring Grey from Titan Books, and they sent me The Devouring Grey and I'm incredibly grateful. And so I want to send off 2 emails. Like, not necessarily the amount of books, but I want to send off 2 emails requesting. I don't expect to get any of the books that I'm requesting, but I do want to start doing this on a bigger scale because I'm now no longer in education. So my free time is my free time. I no longer have obligations that I feel like I should be, other than like cleaning. When I'm not at work, I'm not at work. So I'd like to request those and start actually having a bigger presence on here. So yes, those are my reading plans for 2020, and that are all the questions. It's a good job I don't have an English degree. Those are all the questions at the end of year book tag. I'm not going to tag anyone because I don't know who still watches my channel anymore because it's been so long. So like, if you want to do it, then please let me know you're doing it down in the comments below, and either put a link to your video if you've put it up already or whatever, or like text me, tweet me, and I'll go watch it. If you want to do it, like 100% feel free to be tagged. I've tagged you, there we go. But yes, it's good to be back. I'm gonna say that in like the videos for the next few months. Swear to God. Because it's just so nice to be able to do this and not feel guilty. So yes, thank you so much for watching. All of my bookish links are down below in the description. My booktube, my bookstagram, my book Twitter, my blog, my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist. And if you want to see some more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell icon to give you notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!